That was the issue. He had to hit the 7 ball. So players can maybe under the radar.
In the winners' qualification round, which this is, half of them will then go to losers' qualification, and then the whole context changes. Avoid most of the biggest names. Sanchez Ruiz in the end 9-6.
Ruiz will punish. He's playing with a lot of...
Yeah, it was almost a shock to see him go out as early as the quarterfinals in the last Matchroom event. I think it's fair to say he hadn't been at his best during that tournament. In the previous round. He'd had to come through the loser side to even get to the... Here is the man himself.
Like that, just because he's pocketing the 1 ball more than most players. I know last year, Michael, it's such a big thing on your CV. You want to qualify for the team and get there.
And just as an event, nothing of the year. That was part of an enormous 2022 last year with well over $250,000. The most he'd ever won in any year prior to that.
Close to his work. Still okay.
$2-0.
Little stop shot. And that's not what. Of jump shots at this level. Oh, and he's lost a cue ball. That's a player who's oozing confidence. That bit too fat and just catch one of the rails and miss it. Even this shot, just look where it comes to. Must be nice winning $250,000.
For this year, he might earn even more in 2023. Might he won the World Championship, the Premier League. And now he's won this rack, ball in hand. Gave a sense of... Yeah, I guess...
See it on social media. It's like, how do you determine what a soft break is? And what his last 2 breaks have definitely been soft.
Pushed hard by Wu Kunlin to get to the single elimination stage, and once he was there, Torsten Homan got within a few racks of him. Rannis involved in that extraordinary match yesterday.
Mindset, this is for 4-0.
And this is looking really ominous. It's been replaced in single elimination. It's 4-0. And he usually does, because he's really determined to try and make that Mosconi team.
Hit the ball and hope for the best. Yeah, to me, there was no percentage the best in that department. He would always play the kick shot, which... Don't.
Yes, it's just because of the weather conditions here. Practiced for 4 or 5 hours with it yesterday.
Sounds difficult, but it's not that difficult to follow.
The loser's side. Now, you would think in theory and in reality, pretty much all the time. Polish snow back in February. He's added another Matchroom title since then. Premier League playing match after match about as well as it is possible to play. At one point from the round-robin phase to the knockout stage anyway. Really hard to have that kind of consistency in an event of that nature. He's not getting a chance to have any impact on it at the moment. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz will now lead.
That's why he's lost a cue ball.
Lombardo a couple of weeks ago in Sacramento, world ranking event there. Not on this scale, but they all... around that time. Then in the years that followed, started to travel to places like China and Kuwait.
It's up on the 5 now. He's landed at a funny angle, so he has to go forward and back out, and he's landed short on the 7. So he's 2-1 up over Albin Ocean.
Back here, Lombardo.
He's done well here, Hunter. Steadied the ship, hasn't he?
Frustrating for him early on. But he got his opportunity there when FSR scratched off the break. Now, it's 5-1. Finalists in Fulda last year at the European Open has a 4-0 lead over Alexandra Eve.
He's a friendly nut.
Playing and teaching others how to play. Arguably Lombardo's best performance. Been to the final 64 of the World Championship in 2 of the last 3 years. Ran into Mario He and was beaten 9-4.
The 8 ball and then just pull the tempo away. If he was practicing, he'd probably just leave it there, but you don't want... Once the cue ball off the rail, he's overdone this. He's got too much into it. It's fair enough. It's down to himself. Big shot. Oh, nice pot, Hunter Lombardo. Fair play. What a mistake. Ball on.
Well, that's going to be hard for Hunter Lombardo to recover from. Had a great...
May not just cost him the 7th, it might cost him the 8th. Easy 8 or a 9. The player seems to break and...
Would have been when we had different rules with the breaking and the more forgiving pockets. It's the man at the table now.
This is why I've always been tournaments are alternate, but let's just say Hunter Lombardo alternate. He might have had a break and run, and then that missed 9-ball just doesn't. The years have implemented that, but we feel like it can be very confusing to the... This is nasty, isn't it? Yeah. I think missing that 9-ball, Michael, is just not...
And the match is over, if, as looks likely, he's been heavily beaten and passed up a couple of chances.
That was a nice positional shot. Very nice. Followed by a miss. Opted for the safety. Seemed to be the smart option.
What do you think, Carl? How does Elliott approach that one? Has he got any sort of prospect of making a contest of it?
Didn't really have many shots at the table, so he'll want to get ready for that as well as this. So the fact that
will be coming up just a few minutes after this one finishes. In the Mosconi team this year, he's also talking about trying to get onto the World Snooker Tour. He's made a couple of 147s. His ambition at the moment, though, is to win this 9th rack, and indeed he has. He did a few racks ago. First time you see it. As we've said, they'll be among the favourites to win it again, particularly with home advantage. Co-brothers and then into the final against Singapore.
Well, they did. They just seemed to not be happy today. So. Yeah, he knows the match is not over, but he feels 2. 4-3 over Albin Ocean. Well.
Well, here on table 1, it's a very different sort of contact. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz finds himself on the hill at 8-2. Daniel Maciol's on the hill at 8-5 against Jonas Suto Camino. Sanchez Ruiz is on the hill here.
right in the middle of the pocket.
Now beaten Hector del Amo Garcia 8-3, and Roman Hibbler an 8-1 winner over Heriberto against Alexandre Eve at 7-2. Wang Can has 5-1 behind against Zhao Grio. Well, Hunter Lombardo is a much better player than... Well, that is what he's tried to do. And he's done it. 11 cut in, routine 8 and 9. Lombardo had a couple of chances early on, but didn't have to say he's had 3 breaking runs in the match. And he's finished off the contest. A short